When Meghan Markle married Prince Harry in 2018, the reaction on both sides of the Atlantic reveals a peculiar American obsession with celebrity worship. Americans swooned over a real-life princess story, with Oprah Winfrey declaring it as transformational and major networks providing hours of coverage. British tabloids, meanwhile, immediately began what would become their traditional job of scrutinizing public figures. And this wasn't an anomaly. It's the perfect illustration of America's relationship with fame, where celebrities are treated as demigods rather than fellow humans. American celebrity worship stems from its founding. The founders envisioned a society without kings and queens, where no person would be elevated above others based on birthright or divine appointment. Instead, Americans simply transferred their need for royalty onto entertainers, athletes, and business leaders. This culture creates deeply fanatical behaviors, and the numbers reveal the extent of this obsession. Americans spend over $3 billion annually on celebrity magazines and gossip websites. The average American can name more celebrity couples than Supreme Court justices, and when Princess Diana died in 1997, Americans sometimes mourned more publicly and dramatically than many Brits, despite having no cultural connections to the British monarchy. British celebrity culture, by contrast, maintains a sense of proportion rooted in centuries of experience with actual power structures. Having lived with real royalty for over a millennium, Brits understand that famous people are just people. The monarchy itself demonstrates this as well. Even the Queen faced scrutiny, satirical portrayals, and public criticism throughout her reign. This skepticism creates a celebrity culture where fame doesn't equal reverence. British comedians routinely mock their most beloved entertainers. The BBC's Have I Got News for You has spent decades deflating political and entertainment figures with equal enthusiasm. Even beloved figures like David Beckham or Elton John face regular jokes in British media that would be considered sacrilege in American entertainment journalism. Gordon Ramsay is another great example of this cultural divide. In America, he's portrayed as a lovable, tough love mentor. Shows like MasterChef Junior present him as a gentle giant who transforms children's lives through cooking, and we also have the other side where he's flinging pots and pans everywhere in Hell's Kitchen, but American media sees him as this idol. Food Network specials treat him like a motivational guru whose harsh words contain hidden wisdom. But in Britain, Ramsay faces constant scrutiny. The tabloids regularly expose his business failures, mock attempts at fine dining, and question whether his restaurants actually deserve their reputations. British food critics dismiss him sometimes as more of a showman than a chef. When his restaurants struggle or close, British media reports it with barely concealed glee. The same man who receives hero treatment in America gets treated like any other businessman who should be held accountable for his claims in the UK. And the reason is American celebrity culture. It operates kind of like its own form of religion. It has saints and miracles and pilgrimage sites. The process begins with discovery, this mythological moment when an ordinary person is chosen for greatness. Think of reality shows like American Idol. They literally stage this transformation, with judges acting as the high priests bestowing divine favor or fame on the worthy people. And once anointed, American celebrities enter a stratosphere of luxury treatment. They travel in private jets, live in gated compounds, and move through the world surrounded by security. The red carpet ceremony has evolved into a sort of ritual where stars are literally elevated above ordinary mortals, walking on sacred ground, while thousands of fans scream their devotion from behind barriers. And I'm not saying there isn't any celebrity culture in the UK. Of course, that wouldn't be true. Sure, if a famous British movie star is spotted in a public area, it can be a big deal, and plenty of people do revere or really love certain famous people. It's just, again, as we often talk about with the UK versus the USA, the scale and intensity is different. The rise of celebrity gossip culture reveals America's unhealthy obsession with famous people's private lives. TMZ, founded in 2005, pioneered a form of celebrity journalism that treated entertainers like heads of state, deserving constant surveillance. The site employs dozens of photographers and investigators whose full-time job involves following celebrities to grocery stores, gyms, and coffee shops, documenting their every mundane activity. This intrusion would be illegal if applied applied to private citizens, yet Americans not only tolerate it, but they eagerly consume this content. TMZ's website receives over 30 million unique visitors monthly, all seeking the latest details and which celebrity wore which shoes or ordered which sandwich. The Kardashian family built a billion-dollar empire entirely on this American appetite for celebrity minutia, turning their private lives into entertainment content. British celebrity culture operates on the principle that fame is temporary and everyone deserves mockery. This attitude manifests in uniquely British institutions that would never survive in American celebrity culture. Shows like Celebrity Big Brother perfectly illustrate the difference. The show takes formerly famous people and subjects them to weeks of humiliation, boredom, and public voting that often eliminates the most famous contestants first. British panel shows like QI, Mock the Week, and 8 out of 10 Cats regularly feature celebrities being made to look foolish through difficult questions, embarrassing revelations, and merciless teasing. These shows wouldn't work in America because the culture demands celebrities appear much more in their best light. Or if they're having a meltdown, we do watch it like a car crash. And now we do have to talk about British tabloids when it comes to celebrities or famous people, because British tabloids are pretty scummy, but they operate on the principle that anyone seeking public attention deserves public scrutiny. This creates a sort of natural ceiling on celebrity worship in the UK because every star knows that they're one scandal away from front page humiliation. I'm not saying it's right, we're just discussing the differences. The British press treatment of celebrities ranges from affectionate mockery to outright hostility, depending on whether the celebrity seems to be getting above themselves. When footballer David Beckham received an OBE from the Queen, tabloids immediately began taking him down. The treatment extends even to beloved national treasures like Sir Paul McCartney. When he married Heather Mills in 2022, British media initially celebrated the match, but as Mills began making public statements about various causes, the same outlets turned ruthless. Now, let's talk about the psychology of American celebrity culture, because you could argue that that celebrity worship stems from actually deep insecurities about class, about achievement, and about your own self-worth. In a society that promises anyone can become anything, celebrities represent proof that the American dream works. They're walking advertisements for the possibility of transcendence, which explains why Americans become so invested in their success stories. This creates a psychological need to believe celebrities possess special qualities that justify their elevation. Americans convince themselves that actors must be more intelligent, singers are more spiritual, and athletes, maybe they're more moral than ordinary people. When celebrities inevitably reveal their human flaws, like addiction or simple stupidity, it creates genuine crisis for a culture that's projected their own dreams onto these figures. British skepticism towards celebrities reflects an understanding of human nature rooted in, like I mentioned before, centuries of experience with power and privilege. They've lived through kings, queens, prime ministers, and countless other authority figures, understanding that power and talent doesn't equal virtue or wisdom. This creates a celebrity culture that's simultaneously more affectionate and more realistic than its British counterparts. British audiences can genuinely love their entertainers while maintaining emotional distance. They don't need celebrities to be perfect because they don't expect ordinary humans to be perfect, and celebrities are seen much more close to ordinary humans than what Americans view them as. And American celebrity worship has created serious political consequences as entertainment figures increasingly influence public policy debates. Whether it's Gwyneth Paltrow promoting health treatments or Jenny McCarthy talking about vaccines, their celebrity status lends credibility to what could be dangerous ideas. The 2016 and 2020 American elections featured unprecedented celebrity involvement, with stars like Taylor Swift, Oprah Winfrey, and countless others making political endorsements. And these are treated like decrees by media outlets. It creates a political system, no matter which side you're on, where fame matters more than expertise, policy knowledge, or democratic experience. Donald Trump's political rise perfectly illustrates how American celebrity culture plays into democratic institutions. Trump built his entertainment celebrity status, built through reality TV and tabloid coverage, into political power, using techniques that worked in celebrity culture to manipulate democratic processes. British political culture maintains much stronger boundaries between entertainment and governance. While celebrities occasionally make political statements, their influence remains limited because the culture doesn't automatically grant them authority beyond their area of expertise. British media routinely questions celebrity political involvement in ways that would be considered hostile in American journalism. American celebrity worship also generates enormous economic activity built on the illusion that famous people possess special qualities worth purchasing. Celebrity endorsements, appearance fees, and licensing deals create a parallel economy where ordinary products that might not be good become valuable through association with famous people. British celebrity culture generates far less economic worship because the culture doesn't support the same level of mystification. British celebrities certainly profit from endorsements and appearances, but the market for celebrity worship products remains smaller because the underlying psychological demand is weaker. British consumers are more likely to buy products because they're rated well, or they like them, or they were recommended by a friend, rather than because celebrities endorse them. This creates a different marketplace where celebrity endorsements matter less than product quality or value. And American celebrity culture shows no signs of moderating its worship tendencies. If anything, social media and streaming platforms are creating more celebrities demanding more worship from increasingly fragmented audiences. But when Americans start to trust celebrities more than scientists, doctors, or other actual experts, society loses its ability to address complex problems requiring specialized knowledge. British celebrity culture's built-in skepticism does provide better protection against the dangers of celebrity worship. The culture's automatic deflation mechanism prevents most celebrities from accumulating too much unearned authority or influence. This doesn't mean British celebrity culture is perfect. It can be cruel and invasive, but its fundamental assumption that we're talking about is that famous people remain ordinary humans. It creates healthier boundaries between entertainment and more serious aspects of life. Now, that brings me to the end of this video. I'd love to hear your opinions on the topic. As always, leave them below, and I'll see you guys next time.